Hello and welcome everybody to another MachoorTV video. Today I'm going to make a video about how do a person play against different styles of gameplay, right? And I'm going to use two examples, just two matches, not even says just two matches, right? Of somebody who's high skill and somebody who is, lower skill. Let's just say, let's just not say low skill, let's just say lower skill. Now, how the hell did I get this idea? I was actually coaching somebody and he was telling me that he wants to see, he wants to review my matches and see how do I play, and I would explain to him the interactions. And I was like, this is like a very good idea for a YouTube video also. So today that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna show you the interaction in this entire match, every single interaction. I'm gonna explain to you why are we both doing these kind of decisions, right? And I'm going to use both matches, both examples of Shotos, so then it would not differ. You can't really say, the matchup is different. No, it's like at least the play style is similar, right? So I'm playing against this Ken, right? Who is we are normally this I think this was last phase. Both of us did not play much of rank, but normally speaking, we were every single phase. Me and him, we both finished at like 1900 or somewhere around. Okay, so you can see that the respect each one so far. Each one of us has only used light kick, standing light kick in neutral, right? I'm not trying to use a button that is slow and can be with punish like a crouching medium kick or like a heavy punch or like a solar plexus, because if I whiff that, I might get with punished, and there's a big possibility of me getting with punished. And you know, with Ken or any other character, whoever loses or whoever gets knocked down first, then just gets starts guessing, and you don't want that. So the reason why both of us are using light kick like over here in neutral like this is because I'm trying to trigger his reaction. Like if you see a button getting whiffed right in front of your face, you're like, he whiffed the button. Let me try to whiff punish that, right? And he goes for a crouching medium kick. He goes for a crouching, for a heavy punch. He goes for a sweep or whatever, thinking that I actually pressed a heavy punch or a crouching medium kick or whatever. Because sometimes what happens is you're so used to like whiff punching things that whenever you see a button that is being whiffed, you just naturally try to whiff punish it, right? So I'm trying to trigger that, and he is doing the exact same thing. I'm doing the exact same thing, right? We both understand what we're doing. And you can see me like I'm using this because even if he presses something and I press light kick is so fast, I might get a counter hit from this. Might just stop him from it can be a poke. So it's a poke. And the second thing is that it might trigger his reactions and make him press a button that is normally used for whiff punishes, which has longer reactions, and then I will be ready with the whiff punish with a sweep, and then I can start my offense, right? So I expected him to throw a fireball, and I was like, okay, let me just throw an EX1 so then I can get the knockdown. You can see that both of them did not work. Now that I am in a deficit of meter, I was like, okay, let me just try to get in with something, and I used solar plexus. I made sure that this does not whiff, because if it whiffs again, I'm getting punished. So I made sure that it doesn't whiff. Start the offense. Normally speaking, I would go for light tatsu, but over here I went for heavy tatsu or medium tatsu. I wanted to just to get the corner carry more. I was like, he's gonna respect me regardless, so let me just dash up and do heavy punch. It's not a real what is it called? It's not a real meaty. However, it is pressure, and I felt like he's gonna stop me. He's gonna respect me over there because I've played this guy multiple times before. So it's -2, and you can see that it's -2 on block. It's not punishable, but I cannot continue my pressure. And I decided to just block it, right? He goes for this, and I try to stop him with a light kick. Sometimes in defense, it's very nice for you to do light kick, standing light kick, just to stop people's attack. And you can see that I got a counter hit from this, so it did work. The plan did work. Yes, the reward was not big, but I stopped him from pressing buttons. You can see that, right? So over here, the light kick actually whiffed. He was trying this. This was an attempt to perfect parry the solar plexus. In case you guys don't know, the actual counter to solar plexus is perfect parry, and he was trying to do that, and he has been successful multiple times in the past. But this time around, luckily for me, it did not work. The light kick actually whiffed, surprisingly. I went for a heavy punch because I knew that the range was gonna work. It's gonna connect. So I'm looking for something like this. Every time I'm in a range for a heavy punch, you bet that I'm going to use heavy punch if I'm in the attacking situation or the attacking position, because it's not a commitment. When I press heavy punch, I can visually realize and confirm it that it's whether it's a hit or not, and it's not a commitment. So that's really great for me. Just walk up forward, do crouching medium kick. This time around, I wanted to do like a shoryuken over here from this combo, but then I was like, wait, hold up. He is not really in the corner. What if I do a shoryuken, even though even if I do a medium one, it might whiff and then he gets punished and then I lose everything. So I was like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that because I wasn't 100% sure if Shoryuken is gonna reach from here. So I decided to just do an empty jump, even though this is not a safe jump. But I still decided to go for an empty jump and just a clean, basic, you know, you could say gapless. It is, there's a gap, but like one frame or whatever. Block string, right? I'm not trying to make it. I don't want him to mash because people, this kind of players, they know your frame data. They know that if you do like a medium punch or whatever, they know that your turn ends, and you don't want that. You want to continue pressure. So I'm doing like a clean block string, triple lights, and then light Tashiuki. Very difficult to deal with. And if he mashes in the last button, I get a full conversion if he tries to press buttons on the light Tashiuki. So over here, after that block string, right? I'm here. I'm plus on two, plus two on hit. Sorry, you can see this. I'm plus two on hit. So after he got hit with the light Shoki, it is actually my turn. If he presses anything and I press light punch, I get a free counter hit. So that's why I'm pressing light punch over here. And he realizes this, and I'm like, okay, he is blocking this. Let me just dash up and grab him. But he jumps out of the way. I deliberately did this light punch just to as a lousy anti-air. And then I wanted to dash forward and grab him back to the corner, but unfortunately he was too far away. Right? And now I'm just trying to guess. I'm blocking. And I use crouching medium punch in defense mode. Like this is very good to do it like a delayed button. You know how you do a delayed grab? Sometimes you do a delayed light punch also. Sometimes some people they do a delayed crouching medium kick, right? I like to do crouching. I like to do crouching punch, crouching medium punch, delayed in defense because if sometimes I use it when I know it's going to whiff, right? When it's like when the range is a little bit longer or it's about to whiff, like I use it in ranges where I know that it's not going to reach, right? Because I might catch something. I might catch a what is it called? A hurt box of a button that is about to come out, and I get a counter hit like this, right? So this is not a punish counter. This is me catching him while he's trying to press something, and that's what I'm hoping for. And I just do like this is like a blind, what is it called? A blind buffer where I just do crouch medium punch into dry rush buffer. If if it catches anything, if it connects with anything, I get the dry rush. If it doesn't connect, I don't get the dry rush. So it's like a very nice buffer that you should definitely use in neutral and in defense. As I said, delayed crouching medium punch. And you can see like from this, I get the kill. Very simple stuff. Very nice. You can get like a full conversion with this. I still had level 2 even if that did not kill. I could have used my level 2. That was the first round. Okay, so this time around, in the first round, I started with like respecting neutral and whatnot. The second round was like, it is time to go ham. So I started with dry rush light punch, and you bet you're behind that I was going to, if that whiffs, I was going to do a solar plexus afterwards, which is like a setup to catch people trying to check your dry rush. That does work in a lot of times. Anyhow, he canceled with the fireball, and it's a trade. I don't mind that. I'm not going to check the dry rush because he also went for dry rush light punch, which is a technique that is used to catch people who are trying to check your dry rush, right? So I was like, let me just block it. I don't want to deal with any of that, with the drivers and whatnot, and driver shenanigans. So I just blocked it. Again, I am trying my best to just like avoid any kind of knockdown, because any kind of knockdown versus Ken, I'm just gonna be in the corner and then I'm just gonna be guessing, and there's throw loops and whatnot, right? Here, this is a proper check, a proper punish, because look at him. He canceled crouching medium kick into one, and this is not real. This is fake. So I can just like, you know, on reaction. It's not me mashing or anything. This is me reacting to the run, cancel, and I'm checking this with triple lights, as I always do. Every time you're playing with Ryu, you have to like triple check. If you see like a dash or something like this, triple light punch is the best option, and it gives you a lot of time to realize that, oh shit, I actually got a combo. This is actually a proper hit. Let me just confirm it, and then you can decide what you want to do it. You can decide what you want to end the combo with. And I ended with light tasks, so then I can continue my pressure afterwards. You can see that I've done light Hachoki setup afterwards, and this is +2. So it's my turn right now to continue my pressure. I can, from here, he is now guessing, right? I can grab him, I can continue my pressure, I can go for a shimmy or whatnot, right? So what do I go for? I go for a shimmy, it doesn't work, so I go for a heavy punch just to continue my pressure. And look at this. Look, this interaction is so interesting, right? I'm +2, right? So I'm also guessing on attack and he's guessing on defense. So this time around I go for a shimmy. I see that it doesn't work, and I'm like, look at me. I have the health lead. He is closer to the corner than I am, right? And I have, you know, almost all of my drive meter, so I can afford to spend some drive meter just to continue my pressure, right? So what I do is I do heavy punch into drive rush, and the reason why I'm doing heavy punch into drive rush is because heavy punch into drive rush, he cannot EXDP me. So, and if you guys know, there is an ODDPOS, right? That is done against a drive rush cancel. So for example, if I do crouching medium kick into drive rush into heavy punch, he can EXDP in between, and then he gets a free punch, right? And then he can continue his pressure, which he does that, okay? And a lot of the top players, they do that. So if you do heavy punch and you cancel to drive rush, they cannot do that. Even if they press, even if they do Shoryuken, they cannot get it because there is no gap in the block string. You see this? There's no gap in the block string. See this yellow bar? No gaps whatsoever, right? So this is why I'm using this. So I'm going for the crouch medium punch. You can see that I'm over here, I'm +4. So again, he is guessing right now. So what do I go afterwards? And I know that he is going to respect me because he knows that this is +4 and he knows that this is not his turn. And if he was a bad player, he would have actually dashed over here. But he is not a bad player. So what do I do? I try to overextend my my advantage by going for a crouching a back heavy kick. Why do I go for a back heavy kick? First of all, frame data speaking, the back heavy kick is, if I'm not mistaken, it's 10 frames. I'll just confirm it right now. Yes, it is 10 frames. Okay, so it says over here it's 10 frames. So so if I'm +4 and I'm using something that's 10 frames, that means that if he uses something that is 4-framer or a 5-framer, he will get a counter hit. So if he mashes, he gets a counter hit, right? And I lose my pressure. But I know that he's not gonna mash, so I'm like extending, or I'm just like, you know, abusing my advantage, and I'm using something that is unreal for if he tries to jump, because now there is a I don't know if you guys are watching like pro players or not, but every single time somebody who's is in a situation like this, like they are -4 and the opponent is +4 and they're guessing for their life, they try to jump out of that situation. They try to jump back, not jump forward, not neutral jump. They try to jump back, right? So this actually catches them while they're trying to jump back, right? And this back heavy kick also catches them if they try to do a delayed back throw. If they try to take the throw over there, the situation they think that I'm going to throw, and I go for this, I will get a counter hit, and then I can Tatsu, just put him in the corner, and boom, I'm right in front of the face, right? This is very nice. So I see that the back heavy kick did not work, and he just like blocked everything. So I'm canceling it to what? I'm canceling, look at me, I'm right in front of his face. So I have to cancel it with something that's safe, and I cancel it with the light Hachoki. not the medium one, because if I do the medium one, it's -6, and he knows that, and he's gonna punish me, and again, that's gonna be a knockdown, and that's exactly what I don't want, right? And I'm not using the fireball because the fireball from point blank like this is going to be minus, and that is not what I want. Okay, again, I don't want any kind of knockdown. I cannot use the donkey kicks because if I use the light one, it's -11. If I use the medium one, it's -7. If I use the heavy one, he will parry it because there's a gap in between, right? Or he probably is gonna parry, right? Which I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking just theoretically. So I'm using the light Hashoki, which is the safest option over here, or the only safe option you could say. And then what happens afterwards? This is very, very, very interesting, right? Why why did we both take over here? So the Halata Shoki, it leaves me in a throw range, right? And I normally, and because my turn has ended, I'm -3, so the opponent tries to go for their for their turn. They press buttons, they press light punch or whatever. I normally press parry over there to get a perfect parry, so then I can stop the opponent from taking his turn and I can steal his turn, right? But he knows that also. He knows that I always do that, so he's not going for pressing any kind of buttons. He is going for the grab because he knows that I am point blank, and if I go for the parry, it's knockdown. I lose 20% of my health. I lose drive meter and whatnot. So it's a big reward for him. So I'm not going for a parry over here because I know that he realizes this. And on top of this, this is not an instant. This is not an instant throw. This is a delay tech throw, and it's very crucial that this is a delay tech throw done by me. It's very crucial that this is a delay tech throw because what if he goes? Remember, you don't know what he's gonna respond with. What if he goes for a button because your turn has ended? What if he goes for a light punch and you go for an immediate throw? He gets a free counter hit and the knockdown that you're desperately trying to avoid. So you can even see, I don't know if you can see from, let me just try to hide the camera for a little bit. You can even see over here, my throw is delayed. It's not instant. And that is because I'm trying to avoid the block string that is coming afterwards. So if he pressed the block string or he did the combo, I'm going to block it. And if he goes for a throw, I'm going to throw. I'm going to cancel it. And boom, we're back to neutral. So we're good, right? We're good. And again, I chipped some of his dry meter with that pressure. And because I was doing block strings, I gained some of my dry meter that I have spent, right? So I'm still in a very good position over here. We're back to neutral, and because we're back to neutral, I go for the light donkey. I know there's a lot of interactions happening at the same time, but I go for the light donkey. Why do I go for the light donkey? Remember, guys, I go for the light donkey because I use this special move when I know that it's going to whiff, not when I know that it's going to connect. Because every strong player, every player that I play against who actually knows the real matchup, they respond to donkey kicks with the parry OS. The parry OS is basically you press parry, you tap parry, and you go for the dash afterwards. So if the parry is successful, like you get a perfect parry, then you don't get the drive rush, you get the full combo. You can just side switch whatever you want, right? And if the parry whiffs, he gets a drive rush, and he gets in front of my face, right? So then he can even sometimes get, or the majority of times, he can even get a whiff punish with the drive rush, right? He can get a whiff punish. Especially when I use the medium donkey kick, because the medium donkey kick has slower recovery than the light donkey kick. So that is exactly why I'm using the light one, because I know it's going to whiff, and I know that he's going to attempt something like this. So if I had actually used medium donkey kick over here, I bet you this was going to be a perfect parry for him, and then he would be beat. That is not what I want. So I go for the light donkey kick. He goes for the parry, but I'm so lucky that he did not get the parry OS. He did not get the dash forward to cancel the drive rush from the parry, because that's normally what he does, right? He did not do it. I did not get it. Maybe it's a execution error, and you can see that I'm immediately ready with the crouching medium punch right after whiffing the light donkey. So this is what I always do in neutral. I would whiff a light donkey when I know that it's actually going to whiff. I would not do it when I know that it's not. When I know it's going to connect. because as I said before, as explained before, it can catch a hurt box of a button that he's pressing, right? So that's what you want. You want to get like a wild counter hit in neutral, right? And you don't want to get the light down kick blocked in in close range, so because it's minus it's minus 11. And if my opponent goes for the parry OS like what I've just explained, and a lot of them they do, the strong players they do that, I would be ready with the driver's check. This is a driver's check. This is a mindless driver's check because I know that he's gonna drivers. This is a mindless driver check, and you know that after this I'm going to get like a driver's cancel or whatever. So very interesting two interactions over there, right? So now I know that why would I go for a standing medium kick over here versus the standing heavy kick? It's because even though the standing heavy kick is -5 on block, I know that my light kick is not gonna reach, right? So what I'm going to do is, so even if I just switch over here to control and I press light kick, you see that it's gonna whiff, right? And I don't want that. So he might actually press something immediately afterwards and get a free punish, and that's not what I want. So I'm gonna respond with something that I know that is going to reach him, and if he presses anything over there because he's -5, I'm actually gonna get a counter hit. I might stop him from his pressure, just to stop him. That I might get a combo, but I will just stop him from his pressure. So just like kind of a poke. This is why I'm using this poke over here, and I try to go for. This is like you see some real players they do sometimes medium kick into a block medium kick into a donkey kick, right? You see sometimes they do it, but he responds with his own medium kick. That's why he gets a counter hit. He doesn't get the combo. Just dash back to reset some neutral. Again, I'm using the light kick technique that I explained before, and I get the the trade from the EX fireball with the regular fireball. Now he's in the corner. I dropped this combo. Okay, I'm supposed to cancel this. I've dropped this combo, but no problem. I just walk up and grab him. Now he's guessing. I wanted to actually do over here a delayed a delayed button on his wake up. So then if he goes for an EXTP or something like that, I can block it and then punish him. But he actually woke up with a fast grab and he caught me. So now I'm in the corner. I'm trying to just win some neutral. And again over here, I was so lucky that this actually whiffed and he did not with punish it. Okay. And I get a this time around, this was a commitment. Like this light kick was a commitment. It was not a reaction that I got the counter hit and drive rushed. This was a commitment. I felt that he was gonna press buttons and I felt that it was gonna work. So I pressed light kick into the buffering into drive rush. And I get this side switch combo. And this is very interesting because the reason why I'm using a blocked crouching medium kick into solar plexus, because if he responds with a crouching medium kick, I might get a whiff punish right there. Hold up. Ken is so broken, bro. Like this. Okay, you get the idea, right? You get why I'm using this. So some people they do a delayed crouching medium kick, or they might just respond with a crouching medium kick, and I'm trying to catch that with this solar plexus basically. And if it's blocked, it's +3. So I'm continuing my pressure, and again I'm going for like safe block strings. And this time around, I know that the pushback is so far away that the light Hishoki is gonna whiff, and he might attempt to go for a parry because that's what people do versus Hashokis. If they think that you might go for a medium one or a heavy one, they go for the parry. But this time around, because of the pushback of the light punch and the medium punch, the light Hishoki is going to whiff and he's gonna go for a parry. And this is all reaction. I would not have walked forward and grabbed him if it was not for the blue. Because he went blue, I reacted to it and walked forward and grabbed him. So you should definitely use this. Utilize your pushbacks and use light Hishoki when you're trying to beat a parry or a drawing pact even. So now he's in the corner. I'm in a very good place. And again, I'm just waiting a little bit and doing a delayed button. You see this? Hold up. You see this? A delayed button over here. I'm waiting. I'm doing a delayed button on his wake up because he might wake up with a level 3, he might wake up with a level with a DP, and I don't want to take any kind of chances, right? And I might even catch him using a delayed tech throw this way. But he wakes up with buttons, right? He wakes up with buttons. It was an instant. It was not. Yeah, it was basically we were both hard reading each other. Like he knows that I'm gonna do this because I'm afraid of him just being random on wake up, and yeah, he just wakes up with light buttons, which is a hard read. Okay, he drops a combo, very uncharacteristic from him. But now I'm in a very good place because if I can just like DP him into level 3, he's dead. He gets his combo. I'm still in a good position. He lost his super. He's going for this block string, and because I'm in burnout, everything is going to be his turn. It's still going to be his turn. I can't really challenge most of these downfalls. Anyhow, no problem. I still have his level. I still have my level 3, and he doesn't have his level 3, so I'm in an advantage over here. I was like, sure, no problem, still fine. I react to this walking forward with a medium Hajoki. I did not react to it with. I did not do a driver's cancel. I should have definitely done a driver's cancel over here, but I've done a meterless combo, which is still fine. I do this, and again I'm +2 over there after the medium Hajoki. On hit, I'm +2, so it's still my turn. And because I explained before that he knows that this is still my turn, he's not gonna press buttons. So I go for something that is, I'm taking advantage of my frame advantage, and I go for something that is not real, like a heavy punch, right? And I'm continuing pressure, doing the exact same block string that I explained before. Going backwards. This time around, I blocked for too long. I'm trying to perfect parry all of these things. Trying to perfect parry the meaty heavy punch, which I miss. I'm trying to perfect parry this Dragon Lash, which I miss. But this over here is a delayed button, delayed crouching light punch, right? And it's so important. You do delayed light punch like this to catch people who are trying to do something unreal, like walk forward and then press a press a grab or something like that, right? Do a side switch, wait a little bit, and this this shows you what I was trying to do in the previous round, and I get the whiff punish with the solar plexus, right? This time around, I knew that this combo was not gonna kill, so that's why I did not spend all of my meter. Because if I had spent all of my meter and this guy is not dead, and I know it's not gonna kill, I would be in a very bad position because he can just like put me in the corner from one direction, and then I would have nothing to counter his DI, and then I would lose. So I was like, okay, in this combo, you go for a safe jump, right, with the light donkey kick, and then the next interaction will kill, right? So I'm saving my meter for when it actually matters. So I'm going for this. I'm pressuring him, and I'm doing like a delayed button. Like this is not a true block string. You can see this heavy punch, and it's a little bit delayed, right? Because I'm trying to catch him pressing grab or something, right? I'm trying to catch him thinking that I'm gonna walk up and grab him, so he's gonna do a delayed tech throw. So what I'm doing over here, I'm trying to catch that delayed tech throw and get a counter hit, but he doesn't do anything. Just like he respects everything that I'm doing. And again, I'm doing a very clean block string. And because I told you guys that he's expecting me to do a parry, I am not doing a parry this time, and I know that he thinks that I'm gonna do a parry. So what do? I end my turn, I wait for a couple of frames, and then I start my turn again. So this is the entire mind game that is there when you do this. So I start my pressure again, even though it's not my turn, but because he respected me, and I know he's gonna respect me, I block for a little bit. Then just press light punch after a few frames of blocking, because what if he just goes for a combo? But he doesn't, and I get the kill from this. So I get the counter hit combo, and I get the kill from this. So this is the high level round that we spoke about, right? So let me just show you the other round that is against a lower level player, and you can see the difference between them. Okay, so this is going to be very quick. You will see the difference immediately. Like this guy is 1400 MR and I'm 1900. So I realize, I know that I always hate on the MR system, but the MR system does a very good job at filtering. It will show you the difference. It can be a very good indicative or indication of the player's level. So if I know somebody is 1400 MR, I know there's something wrong with the way that he plays. So I try to like, utilize that, just pressure him and then hammer him and then, bait him into doing something stupid and then killing himself. So this is the play style or the strategy that I have versus these kind of players. So you can see like immediately I'm trying to skip neutral, and I'm doing this because he might actually check my drivers, and I might get this, which is like not a player of this level would not try to check my drivers, but I was expecting maybe he would, so that's why I went for this, and I would get a punish counter if he actually tried. So again, I'm just mashing, trying to just get in front of his face again. He drops his combo and I do a delayed button like what I've done in the previous match, and I get the combo from it, continue my pressure, and he goes for an EXTP. Now, this is the first time I've faced this guy, and you know that from this interaction, he went for an EXTP 5 seconds within the start of the match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay in front of his face, pressure him a little bit, and then I'm going to bait him and hope that he wakes up with the EXTP again. So I know this is not real. Another delayed card light punch, and I catch him because I see the overhead coming. And I'm pressuring him. Look at this. Confirming the heavy punch again. Combo. Pressure. And he does something stupid. Right? So the entire gameplay or the entire plan over here is to pressure, get the knockdown, stay in front of the face, and then bait. Because they're gonna do something like this. They're gonna either try and wake up parry, drive reversal, HTP, something. So he drops his combo. I get the punish, even meterless. Continue my pressure. He wakes up buttons. I get the counter hit combo, and then I pressure, and then I bait. Right? So I'm pressuring 1 or 2 times, and then I'm baiting. So you can actually like utilize this method versus platinum players, diamond players, even low MR masters. Anybody who's lower than this, gold, diamond, whatever, you can use this exact same play style. This is literally how I play against them. Like, you pressure them, you stay in front of their face, right? And you pressure them with like you mix them up, right? You mix them up, you get the knockdown, and then you walk out, you back off a little bit, back off where you might get like you might get like an EXTP like they do, or like a wake up throw or something like that. So you have to back off and wait for them to do something stupid that makes them kill themselves. They are actually going to kill themselves. You're not going to try to open them up, because they're gonna hand it over in a golden plate. They're gonna hand over the match for you in a golden plate. So I know that if I do this combo or I spend all of my meter, I'm not going to kill him. So what I do is, I know that he has less than 1 bar of drive meter, so I go for the drive impact combo, which puts him in burnout, and now I can, and now I can stun him, but I don't even need that. I'm just baiting him, and he just kills himself. He just does mistakes after mistake after mistake on his wake up, and I just do this combo, maximum damage, styling on him, and he's dead. So yeah, this is very very clear, very it's like I can't even explain this even further. Like, you can see the difference between the 2 styles, right? If you know that a player is a skillful player, is a high level player, okay, you can play with him the slow way. But if you know a player has a lot of mistakes, like this is a master player, not even gold or something, right? He's master, but he's 1400 MR, and I'm pressuring him, stay in front of his face, on his wake up, I'm just baiting, right? And you can start baiting after 1 or 2 knockdowns, or even 3 sometimes, right? But you have to pressure in order to make them want to make a mistake like this on wake up, and then you bait that. So you have to definitely play this play style, pressure, and then wait and see what they do, and then punish them. So yeah, this is just to show you guys the difference in play style. It's very different between this and that one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below, comment what you guys want to see more of this channel, and I'll make sure, or I'll try my best to make a video about that. See you guys next time.